Hey, how's it going, bros and girls? My name is Michael! Welcome back to another exciting video. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit interesting for you guys. Today we're gonna be experiencing how was school lunches 100 years ago. Today we're gonna be comparing and eating 100 years of school lunches by Patrick Zeinail. Well, I love this YouTuber that he does insane cooking videos, and he made a video 3 months ago that he cooked 100 years of school lunches. Today we're gonna be seeing how the school lunches became from the 1900s till up until today. Before we get started, if you guys want to see more of these videos like this, make sure to get a big thumbs up on my video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the little bell so you get notified all the notifications with my videos, and without further ado, let's react to it right now.
Today, we're going to be recreating and tasting 100 years of school lunches.
Starting off with 1910, we're in...
School lunch only costs 3 cents.
And this is what a refrigerator looked like. So in 1910, schools are actually required to provide lunch for students.
A lot of students brought their lunch from home.
The lunch that the school did provide wasn't the best option. It was usually like a pecan soup and like a slice of bread and some rice. This is what they had to work with at the time.
And you know what? I'm actually excited to try it.
Okay, here is the 1910 school lunch. He brought his friend Brian to come taste test all the decades with him. And we're gonna be rating this from 1 apple to 5 apples. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Let's go for a shot. Cheers.
Tastes like I just ate a chalkboard.
It's very salty.
It seems kind of boring. I mean,
what if we do it with the rice? Let's see if the rice makes it better.
Makes it better. There we go. It's kind of a little bit better, like the rice.
Yeah, the rice helps balance it out.
Balances it out. I give this a 2 apples out of 5. How about you?
I'd say an apple and a half.
I say 2 apples too.
All right. Let's move on to 1920.
Where school lunch only costs 7 cents, and this is what refrigerators look like.
We're now in the roaring 20s.
10 years later, school lunches may get a little bit better
because of what health experts told parents and schools.
So they started providing students with vegetables.
As you can see, I'm making frozen vegetables, and this is what they used at the time to make the process quicker and easier.
Surprisingly, they offer students grilled cheese sandwiches. They thought cheese might have some protein and calcium in it, and speaking of calcium, they introduced milk for the very first time, and it's in school lunches till this day.
So 1920 school lunch was a grilled cheese sandwich
with a side of vegetables, a piece of bread, and some milk.
We've officially made it to the 1920s where they're having grilled cheese, vegetable, and bread. I think the 2 bread is like a little redundant, but yeah, cheers.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
You know, guys, they had it good in the 1920s. If this was my lunch at school, I'll be like, please, let me get second.
If I was a kid and I got this to school lunch, 5 apples.
5 apples, I agreed as well. You can't go wrong with grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's go ahead and give the vegetables a try. Bland, boring.
Tastes the same as it did in 1920, I'm sure.
Let's head into the next decade.
10 years later, we're now in the 1930s, where school lunch only costs about 10 cents, and this is what refrigerators look like. This is the Great Depression era where schools cannot afford providing hot lunches for their students.
So they went with something cheap and easy.
Like a vegetable soup.
This was something that they could make in big batches and was very inexpensive to make. They also provided
peanut butter sandwiches. I know it's kind of weird. I was expecting peanut butter and jelly, but here they're just doing peanut butter sandwiches.
So in the 1930s, they served up
a hot vegetable soup with a peanut butter sandwich, an apple, and milk.
1930, keep in mind,
this was the Great Depression era. Remember what I said?
So they had to keep things a little simple. I don't know about this whole peanut butter and soup combo.
It seems a little bit weird to me.
But let's just give it a shot.
Let's start with the soup.
It's gonna be kind of...
Not bad. Yeah. I mean, it's a simple soup. They had to just make a whole batch of it and just hand them out to kids left to right. So it's not bad. Let's combo this with the... It's just peanut butter sandwich.
It's not peanut butter jelly.
All right, let's take a shot.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Very dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to the 1930s. Great Depression. Things are tough.
I'm not mad.
I'm gonna rate this a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 out of 5. I guess I'll give it a 3 out of 5 as well.
On to the next. We've made it to 1940.
Where a school lunch costs about 22 cents and a refrigerator looks like this. In the 1940s, every US state has federal sponsored lunch programs. And they made this one dish called cream chipped beef. And all it is you heat up some butter, flour, and milk. And you chop up this dry beef. I never even seen this item in my life.
You chop that up and you pour that into the milk mixture and then just pour that over toast. So in the 1940s, they provided
cream chipped beef, rice pudding, vegetables, and milk. We are in 1940 and this cream chipped beef smells bad, looks bad. I don't know what they were thinking of that time. But
this is actually the era
where all schools had like lunch programs.
Let's go in with the first bite. Cheers, man. Cheers.
I don't know if they're gonna like it.
Whoa, that beef is salty. Wow. Huh.
Brian can handle it. You alright?
It's not pleasant at all. If I was in the
Listen, guys, if I was in the 1940s, I would never be looking for that cream chip beef, but definitely that rice right there.
Oh,
Not that bad.
I would be definitely looking forward to that.
And not touching the cream chip beef.
I have to give this a 1 apple rating.
I give this 1 apple too, because this is disgusting. It's horrible. Don't make this at home.
Let's hope the next decade is better.
Let's go.
Now in the 1950s, the population has grown so much because of the baby boomer era.
That's where the boomers came from. And an average school meal cost about 35 cents, and this is what refrigerators look like. And thanks to the population increase, meatloaf was introduced in schools in order to feed all the kids. It was easy to make in big batches. All you need is some meat, chopped up onions, and an egg and some sugar.
It was filling
Actually,
and
no,
nutritious.
salt, sorry.
It was also really simple to make, and it didn't take any special equipment. Also, as a side dish, they served tomato wedges.
It's kind of weird, but maybe they thought it was healthy. So in the 1950s, the school lunches was meatloaf, tomato wedges, Jello, and milk. Milk has been a star in a lot of these decades.
But let's go ahead and dig into the meatloaf and see how it is.
I love meatloaf.
Go to YouTube. I'm not mad at it.
I don't know if I'm hungry or if it tastes really good.
I'm not mad at it.
If I was a kid in the 1950s and they give me meatloaf for lunch, I'll be like, cool, it's meatloaf day.
No. Palate cleanser.
The tomatoes, let's see.
I guess this is a palate cleanser.
You know, guys, the combination of meatloaf and tomato really works together.
It tastes a little bit better.
I actually like it.
I give this 5 apples too.
5 apples.
I
Yeah.
give it 5. What do you give it?
You're being quite generous. I'm gonna give it 3.5. 3.5 apples. Because we got some better stuff coming up. So.
Oh, yeah. 1960. It's actually a really exciting year because of one thing. A really exciting year because of one reason, which I'm going to tell you in a bit. And an average school meal costs about 50 cents, and a refrigerator looks like this. The 1960s is probably my favorite era because it's the first time pizza was added to the menu. And of course the pizzas came in squares.
Processed and pre-packaged food also made its way into school kitchens, but in
order to balance with the pizza, schools provided a simple salad as a side dish.
This was actually the beginning of schools easing up on high nutritious meals.
So in the 1960s, a school lunch was pizza, simple salad, chocolate pudding, and fruit juice.
1960,
They finally introduced pizza to schools, my favorite era so far.
Let's take a slice.
And they were only square.
Yeah, they were always square. Only cheese, never had pepperoni.
Never pepperoni, I mean,
You know,
that kids can be chooses.
So
let's go ahead and give it a try. Pizza has always been my favorite food.
Taste just like it, right?
Dude,
It's so close to what we had in
it
school.
tastes exactly the same. Another thing about school.
One thing about school lunch is when you got this pizza,
You didn't touch any.
you didn't touch any of the stuff. You just ate this and threw the rest away.
You threw the rest away.
But we're not kids anymore, so I'm gonna have some of the salad.
You can have a salad.
You may have the salad, Patrick. I give this 5 apples.
Easily. I gave Meatloaf 5 apples.
I also gotta give this 5 apples.
I'm done with that salad.
Not touching it anymore. See you guys in the 70s.
Where disco was alive and well, nutrition wasn't a big thing.
And an average school meal costs about 75 cents, and a refrigerator looks like this.
In the 1970s, nutrition standards
weakened throughout the decade.
Because of all the cost-cutting measurement, it compromised the quality of meals and increased the amount of processed food
like hamburger and French fries.
As you can see, I'm using fresh meat, but schools got frozen, already cooked meat that just needs to get heated up.
They also provided French fries as a side dish,
which made the meal lack a lot of nutrition.
So in the 1970s, school lunches was a hamburger, French fries, Jell-O, and Coke.
We're finally here in the 70s.
I'm excited. You know, pizza was fun, guys, but burger, in my opinion, is better.
Let's have a bite.
Cheers.
Perfectly cooked.
Perfectly cooked.
The 70s was well done.
You could definitely
taste the dryness of it, but we're not complaining.
Because we're not having pea soup. And of course they gave
French fries, which is awesome.
Love that.
Perfect fry meal.
All in all. 5 apples?
I give this 5
I'll
apples.
skip the Jell-O if I was...
But the Coke, I'm not counting it. 5 apples for me, sure.
Right,
on to the next.
Amazing.
Now we're in 1980. Back to the Future just came out.
One of my favorite movies.
An average school meal costs about $1, and a refrigerator looks like this. In the 1980s, nutritional standards got even worse. School lunch programs got a budget cut of $1 billion.
Because of the budget cuts, even more processed foods made it into school kitchens.
They started... So they provided kids with chicken nuggets because the process of making them was really simple, and all you have to do is eat it up in the oven. So in the 1980s, school lunches were chicken nuggets, French fries, vanilla pudding, and Coke.
And here it is,
The 1980s school cafeteria food. Like I said, they kind of gave up on the whole health thing, so just like feed them whatever.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bomb.
I love it.
Interestingly,
they gave us vanilla pudding, which they had it in the last decades.
But again, it doesn't seem like the healthiest option. But
because
let's go ahead and give that a shot.
Pure sugar. Pure sugar.
Pure sugar.
I think my rating on this, because the pudding was whack, I'm gonna go ahead and give this 3.5 apples.
Okay.
3.5 apples. I give it a 4 apples because.
I also give it a 4 apples out of 5 because chicken nuggets, French fries, and Coke kind of kept everything up.
Afloat.
As far as like a kid who doesn't care about his health.
Let's go see what the 90s have in store for us.
And this decade is actually Patrick and Brian's decade because they were born in the 1990s.
That's right. Go.
This is when the internet became super popular.
An average school meal costs about $1.50, and a refrigerator looked like this.
You're probably wondering to yourself, why are we in a car?
Because of one reason. In the 1990s, it was the peak of unhealthy meals. Schools allowed McDonald's and other fast food restaurants to sell their products in schools.
This would allow school cafeterias to ease up on making nutritional food for students and focus on making side dishes and more snack items. So in the
1990s, school lunches was McDonald's, simple salad, fruit cocktail, and Powerade.
Here it is, the 1990 school lunch that we used to get.
Yeah.
Now, one thing to note, we didn't always get McDonald's. That was like a special day. Oh, opening up this wrapper, I was super excited as a kid. It's just like a super simple burger. I was always excited.
A simple cheeseburger.
This was the best. I want to point out one more thing. Remember the Powerade?
For me, Powerade always came second to Gatorade, so I was always kind of bummed when I got Powerade.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take a sip.
Yeah.
You're good?
You're good?
I'm off Powerade.
Yeah, that's good. And then the fruit cocktail. I remember this. They came in little cups, plastic cups. I remember I was like, oh,
yeah.
I'm so healthy by eating this. They thought this was healthy, but
it's not. It's pure sugar.
Absolutely delicious. I would rate this 5 apples because it's McDonald's. I was always excited about it.
Oh yeah, Patrick, I agree with you. Also, McDonald's is my favorite fast food, so I'm also giving this 5 apples.
4 apples. As a little kid, 5 apples times a million. Like, I would have been so stoked to get this.
All right.
All right. Let's hop over to the next decade.
Let's go.
2000s.
Welcome to the millennium. An average school meal costs about $2.
$2?
This is what a refrigerator looked like. In the 2000s, the government and schools started noticing a concerning rise of obesity. And because of that, many schools started providing healthier food options like grilled chicken. The chicken was simply seasoned with salt and pepper. Nothing special, but it was the first step towards a more nutritious meal. They also cut back on a lot of desserts and offered fresh fruits instead. So in the 2000s, school lunches
was grilled chicken, celery and carrots, fresh fruits, and milk.
All right, here it is, the 2000 meal. I love how milk made a comeback. They brought fresh fruits, veggies, and grilled chicken. Kind of a boring meal.
Pretty healthy.
But it's pretty healthy. Cheers. Not bad.
Good, simple chicken. Veggies were never exciting for me as a kid. Overall, I think I give this meal 2 apples because...
Really?
As an adult, I'll give it more, but as a kid, I give it 2 apples because it just wasn't exciting.
Yeah, if we're going...
Yeah, for me too. If I was because I was also born in the 2000s, I mean 2005, but...
This sucks.
As a kid, this sucks. I gave this 2 apples.
We got one more decade left. Let's go.
It's the 2010s.
Finally made it to our last decade.
The 2010s.
This is the rise of social media, the platform that you're watching me through, and an average school meal
Costs about $2.50, and a refrigerator looks like this.
In 2010, lunch programs got an overhaul. The reduction of processed foods began, and more schools focused heavily on providing whole, fresh foods like turkey or bologna wraps. The wraps were nothing special, just some tortilla, meat, and cheese. So in 2010, school lunches was a simple wrap, salad, yogurt,
and water.
And here it is, the 2010 school lunch. They got really healthy with this one. We got yogurt, simple salad, and a wrap. But let's go ahead and give this wrap a try.
I love wraps too. Good. Cheers. Yeah.
It's just a simple wrap. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
If I was in school, I'd be like, this sucks. Eat pizza.
Yeah, can we get pizza, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also gave yogurt. Someone gave that
Which
a
is
shot
very
because,
healthy.
Again, like, nothing really kicks here. But I guess it's all for the betterment of, like, kids' health. Yeah. As far as taste goes, I'm going to give this a 1 apple.
I want to give them 1 apple, but you got to make it healthier for the kids.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
2 apples for me.
Hey.
I give this an apple and a half.
And that was 100 years of school lunches. Let me know if I got your decade right, and let me know what you guys eat at your school in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.
Well, guys and girls, that was it for this video. That was 100 years of school lunches. Let me know down in the comment section which school lunch was your favorite, and if you got your decade right, vote down in the comments what year you were born, what you were used to get to school during that time, what was your favorite school lunch, all that stuff. Anyways, guys and girls, if you enjoyed this video and if you guys want to see more from Patrick, go subscribe to his channel. He does insane videos. I will leave a link in the description down below or up here if you guys want to check him out. Go check him out and share him some love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Leave it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the little bell so you get notified of my future videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys and girls.